powered, steam powered, steam powered. So you'd like to know about steampunk, would you, teens? Well, I suppose I can teach you a thing or two. If you're all about steam and brass, and all you need to depart is a team and a task, sharp set of gears and a gleaming arc, competitive robots seeking the start. If you're all about reaching far, seeking the game on secret charts, meeting in secret beneath the stars, loaded with pizza and feeling smart. If you're making a robot army, marching armed for starting a party, something so wondrous, and a specially constructed electrical bus so thunderous. Don't come to fuss, got a wanderlust and you're one of us. We bump steampunk, need one of these, jump free power, free fun, here come the steampunk. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. So bring your plans and plots and schemes. We've got the mechanics if you've got the dreams. All people, countries, cultures, teams. Welcome one and all to the age of steam. Keep it courteous, professional, worth it to work together in the first STEAMWORKS. The future of technology is all that it seems. Welcome one and all to the age of steam. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. We are looking forward in time, pushing past certain factory grime. All other groups to the back of the line. We are the future, in fact, divine. Gleaming machinery is seen to be reckoned with. Every single member an excellent gentleman or lady creating, leading a steamship in between teams. Because the people need this. You see, we're taking care of our crew like we do our facial hair. Be made aware when making improvements. Don't call it a scene, it's more of a movement, more of an era. Clearing the air, taking over, nearly there. Students, coaches, mentors, teams, welcome one and all to the age of steam. Hello, robot pilots. I'm Professor Elemental, noted adventurer, explorer, and rapper from jolly old England, and I love steampunk. For those of you who don't know, steampunk's a marvelous way of playing, inventing, and creating, all with a Victorian twist. That was my song Steam Powered playing earlier. I'm delighted you can join me in this marvelously creative world of steampunk for your new game, FIRSTRoboticsCompetition. I've already had a look at it, and it's absolutely crackers. Now, I've got songs to write, and you have got robots to build. I'll check in with you later, but for now, it's back to Kickoff in America.
Thank you, Professor, and welcome to the 2017 First Robotics Competition Kickoff. I'm Katie, and I'm an alum from First Team 525, the Swart Dogs. As Professor Elemental said, we have a fantastic game for you. There was a lot of pressure to live up to First Stronghold, but we think we may have done it. We think you're gonna love First STEAMWORKS, but we'll get to the game pretty soon. Right now, I'm standing in First founder Dean Kamen's foyer, right next to this giant steam engine. Personally, I love the steampunk theme, and it was fun to watch the First community embrace it. Some of you teams got really carried away. There was even one team that, whoa, Frank? Whoa, Don, where did you come from?
See, Don, we're back to the future.
This is definitely Dean's house. There isn't another one like it.
Back to the future? Where were you?
We just used Dean's steampunk computer to travel back to the Victorian era. I wanted to do a little more research on steampunk, and Don was up for a little time travel, so we went back to the Age of Steam, and it was great.
I felt like I was witnessing the birth of technology. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing. People were overflowing with ideas. Society was modernizing, and the amazing creativity. It reminded me of our teams.
Brass, copper, leather, so many gears, it was all so gorgeous. Real art in many ways. I felt like I fit right in.
You looked like you fit right in.
Well, I'm glad that you're both back to help me with the kickoff. How about a report on First growth this year?
First Robotics Competition has added 20 events this year, and many new teams. Welcome, rookies.
And we're expanding internationally with new districts in Israel and Ontario, Canada, as well as a new regional event in Shenzhen, China. We're just taking off.
Wow, that's really impressive. A big thank you to all of our sponsors. Teams, when you get a chance, be sure to support and thank them. So Frank, about Dean's computer.
You should try it.
He's all right with just anyone using it?
Absolutely, as long as you're safe about it. In First, safety is always important. Whether you're on the ground or in the air, safety should always be a top priority for you. First is a lot of fun and a terrific challenge, but seriously, nothing you are doing is worth getting hurt over. Let me set a date for you.
Wait, what's that?
Uh-oh, it looks like Dean.
Hey Frank, what are you doing with my steampunk computer? Thanks to technology, I can tap into the user interface from anywhere, even up here at 40,000 feet flying my plane. It wasn't that long ago that steampunk was only science fiction. Jules Verne and H.G. Wells talked about incredible inventions like rockets to take people off the Earth, or communication systems for real time. Now we have the Internet of Things. It's always amazed me that a lot of kids will give you this knee-jerk reaction. I don't like science and math, but they all love Star Trek. They all love H.G. Wells, Jules Verne. Science fiction appeals to everybody. Well, the only difference between science fiction and science is timing. Look at where we are. We're flying an airplane at tens of thousands of feet in the air, going at almost the speed of sound, and maintaining full real-time communication with the world. This is unbelievable. But what's so unbelievable about it is that it's believable. It's real, and here's the proof. We want kids, through their first experience, to realize that whatever is in their imagination can become reality if they develop the tools, science, technology, engineering, and apply those things to the innovations to turn today's science fiction into tomorrow's science. And whether it's medical products, transportation, communication, energy, FIRST is about opening up all those possibilities for all of you. One of you will be sitting here in a few years in some machine that we will all be amazed by, that my parents have believed could exist, and you'll take it for granted because of your achievement. That's what this is all about. So my one piece of advice to everybody this year is don't be afraid to be a punk. Think outside the box. Create something you'll be proud of, that everybody else will think is cool. Try a lot, learn a lot, have fun. Sorry, gotta go. I'm on final approach, but I'll be there soon to pick up Woody with the helicopter.
Frank, if Dean's watching us, should we really be
Yo,
messaging?
Dean? Oh, hi, y'all.
Hey, Woody, welcome to Kickoff. What do you have there?
I've got some Victorian-era engineering tools.
Woody, check this out. Have you ever seen Dean's steampunk computer? It can take you back in time.
This is way cool. Set me up.
Woody, wait a second. Dean may be
He
watching.
won't care.
All I have to do is move this lever.
Wow, that was really exciting. I think all of my molecules seem to have come with me. We appear to be in about 1870. That is a steampunk hot rod. This is a beautiful steam-powered water pumper for fighting fires. The designers, they didn't just make a hand wheel, they made a beautiful hand wheel. They didn't just design a gauge, they made something beautiful, a piece of art. If it survived the time travel, I brought a machine that could be used to evaluate the power output of a machine like this. If we connect the crank motion to this rotation and the pressure in the piston to this vertical axis, we get a plot that would allow us to get a rough estimate of the power output of a beautiful machine like this. Zoom back to 2017, your robot motor power. You can remotely and continuously monitor it with, in most cases, just a few lines of code. Clearly, technology changes are going to be important. If you just look at the vectors, the pointers, robotics, microbiology and genetics, artificial intelligence. And it's not just the technology that's changing, it's the process that's changing. Design thinking is now being taught not only in engineering schools, but in business schools. We understand the innovation and entrepreneurship processes better. Humans are understanding the universe more clearly, and humans are understanding ourselves and society more clearly. It's obvious that you have to learn more about the laws of the universe. Maybe not quite so obvious, you need to learn about yourself and other people. In your lifetime, the most successful people will be likely the ones who understand both. Now, when I was a hardworking assistant professor at MIT, the good news was that I was in a stress management class. The bad news was that I was in a stress management class because my assistant had signed me up. I sat there in the front row and this eloquent instructor told me about all my inner thoughts and insecurities. How could she possibly know that much about what was going on in my head? So I started to recognize that psychologists, cognitive scientists, social scientists have an important thing to say. For example, you need to study learning. You can get better at it. And you need to know what is known about thinking. Metacognition, not an obscure thing. Thinking about your own thinking is one of the ways that you can understand the difference between emotional and rational process. We thought IQ was fixed. It is, but rational thought can be learned. Epistemology. How do you know what you think you know? You're going to be awash in real and pseudo information. How do you know what truth is? So, if you learn everything you can about your robot, and you learn everything you can about the team and the process of making it, it'll serve you well. The FIRST is not perfect, but it's very good. The robot will obey the laws of the universe. So, if the robot works, it probably reflects your understanding of the universe. If your team competes well for the Chairman's Award, it probably means that you understand self and society quite well. These two major parts of what you do are a big deal. So learn that you can work with the laws of nature and that you can do things that artificial intelligence has not yet taken over. In your future, you'll always be needed because you have a uniquely human contribution. So use your FIRST experiences well. They will serve you well. Gracious professionals tend to be satisfied, happy people. Okay, it's time to get back to the future.
Pretty cool, huh?
Uh-oh.
Guys, stop playing around in there. It's time for the game reveal. Woody, I'm outside waiting for you. Come on, Woody, enough of this messing around. It's time to put the A in STEAM.
That's the stuff I've just been talking about, Dean. You mean art?
No, I mean airborne.
Oh, okay.
It's time to lift off. Good luck, teams.
Jolly good luck, all you robo-steampunkers. I can't wait to see your brilliant solutions. And stay tuned after the game animation for a live walkthrough from Manchester, New Hampshire. But for now, it's up, up and away. It's time to reveal the 2017 challenge. Welcome to the First Robotics Competition and the 2017 game, First STEAMWORKS. 2 adventurer clubs, alliances of 3 teams each, prepare for a long-distance airship race by collecting fuel to build steam pressure, installing gears to engage rotors, and climbing aboard for liftoff. The airship best prepared for flight when the launch timer reaches 0 wins. Matches begin with robots touching their Alliance station wall. Teams may preload up to 10 fuel elements and 1 gear on each robot. Fuel is available in hoppers placed around the perimeter of the field. Additional fuel and gears are available at the Alliance loading station. During the first 15 seconds of the match, the robots are autonomous. They work to reach their baseline, score fuel in the boiler, or deliver gears to the airship. During the following 2-minute and 15-second teleoperated period, human drivers remotely control their robots. They continue to gather fuel from the field and the hoppers to score in the boilers. They also collect and deliver more gears. Human players located behind the Alliance station wall deliver gears and recycled fuel to robots through the loading stations. Steam pressure builds as fuel is added to the boilers. The high boiler produces more steam per unit of fuel than the low boiler. The more fuel scored in the boiler, the higher the steam pressure climbs. Alliances earn points for the amount of steam pressure built, and pressure over a certain level earns an additional bonus. Each airship has 4 rotors with some gears missing. Oh dear. gears delivered to the airship lifts are retrieved by the airship pilots, who then place them in the gear train to engage and spin up the rotors. Each rotor requires an increasing number of gears to become engaged. Points are awarded for each airship rotor turning by the end of the match. Airships spinning all 4 rotors also earn an additional bonus. Towards the end of each match, pilots deploy ropes for their robots to climb aboard. Alliances earn points for each robot secured aboard the airship by the end of the match. Be prepared. It takes time for the boilers to process fuel for the airships. Fuel put in the boiler near the very end of the match may not get processed before the airship takes off. The alliance with the highest score at the end of the match earns the win. Ready your robot, fly your banner, and prepare to take flight with this year's first robotics competition, First STEAMWORKS!